Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of the MalcGoolie Show, not live on the MalcGoolie Channel, of course, but also on the Spotlight Sports Network as well. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Wow, what to say. AEW. The last time I did an AEW show was for Fight for the Fallen, and that was about how long has AEW been around? For like a year? So like almost like a year. So what is up, Diego Torres? What is up, Jaden? What is up, Elijah? What is up, Iverson Vlogs, Daiso Gaming? We got Jeff Samuel. What is up, John L. Jackson? What is up, Wisco Beats? What is up, RKH? That intro, Jeff Samuel, bro, I've never turned heel. You are probably a late bloomer because I've had this theme for about a couple of months now. Anyway, AEW Revolution. And I won't be the only person here to be talking to wrestling with y'all because I got my brother, Darion, here because me and him will be talking and going over these matches as always. So give us a second while I get all settled here. And we got the brother here, so I saved myself a trip. What's up, D?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me? What's up? What's going on?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, John L. Jackson, I did hear that Kayla Braxton came out on Twitter. She's bisexual.
Congratulations to her.
I'm happy for her. She came out, she expressed who she was. But yeah, AEW. Like I told the Ghoulie Nation and Spotlight Nation, the last time I did an AEW show was for Fight of the Fallen, and that was over a year ago.
Right.
So there's only I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, the real kind of reason. Oh yeah, well, yeah, you can say the Brody Lee. That was more video. That wasn't really a live.
Your mic is hooked up for some reason.
Hold on, then it might be connected to the Logitech inches.
Yeah, because I hear a real bad echo.
No, it's from my microphone. Hold on. I think somebody might have turned up my echo. Yep, someone turned up my echo. I don't know who did that. Okay, is it better?
Oh, that sounds awesome now. There you go.
All right, there we go. What do you think about the big money match, Hangman versus Hart? We'll get to those in a minute. And I'm not gonna lie, John L. Jackson, he read my mind. The reason why I'm streaming this show is because of that right there. Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega. And the other being Sting. Because exploding barbed wire death matches are. Because look, exploding barbed wire death matches are a thing. Maybe one of the at least top 5 in stipulations that are absurd from a person who has been I wouldn't say been in a barbed wire match, but has looked at a barbed wire match and seen the level of violence that match produces. It caught my attention. I just want to know, how are they going to do this? That's what I want to know. It's not going to be cinematic because I don't think AEW has ever even done a cinematic match. But yeah, there's only 2 matches.
It's always good for a first time. You know, you never know.
Like for me, I'm only interested in two matches, and
what matches are those?
Sting and Darby Allin against Team Taz in the street fight and the exploding barbed wire match. Now, that doesn't mean every match, just those 2 matches. I'm not going to say the rest of the card is bad. No, I'm not. It's just the fact that those are the more intriguing. And plus, I watched AEW Dynamite last night.
Which I heard it was a really amazing Dynamite for what I've heard.
Okay, let me say it was good, but there was a lot of botches from commentary, from JR to Excalibur The only person who rarely messed up was Tony Schiavone. And other than that, it didn't take away from the show, though. I mean, for God's sake, we saw Shaq go through 2 tables last night, which was the greatest thing these guys have ever seen.
I have to say something about that.
That was hilarious.
Can y'all hear that?
Oh my God. You got the soundboard up, don't you?
I sure do.
Jesus Christ. We got a soundboard, for God's sakes.
Yup, we got a soundboard.
The way I'm looking at this card, we have a total of 9 matches. 9.
But 9 matches?
Yeah, 9 matches, but one's a pre-show match, which you can watch on Bleacher Report. Anyway, let me read some of these. Darian, hold on. This is for Darian.
When I say coming this Sunday, is going to be a lot of surprise this Sunday, and we're getting a tag team surprise for the Battle Royal MalcGoolie. Interesting.
That's interesting. Also, another thing too, there's been talk that Batista might be at AEW Revolution.
What?
There's been talk of him. Then there's one that I know that's not going to happen. If it does, Jesus Christ, I'll probably be shocked. Then there was the talk of John Cena being there at AEW.
I mean, if he goes, that would be in attendance. I think it would be shocking, but I think a lot of things Vince McMahon is doing on the WWE side is making people run away from the WWE. Honestly,
Milk Weekend TBA tag team. Oh, tag team. Oh, tag. I don't know what the TBA means, but tag team surprise, tag team battle royal, and I'm looking forward to Mox. And yeah, we do got a ladder match, and everybody knows I love ladder matches. At MalcGoolie, it's going to be one of the most longest nights for AEW Revolution. It is. I wish it was on Saturday. That's why I know we normally save this for our Sunday morning pregame shows for football, but I'm getting it back here today because I'm putting the person who thought it was a great idea to have this pay-per-view on a Sunday night. That's strike 1, 2, and 3. I have to put somebody on the grill.
Well, who you want to put on the grill?
I'm putting the marketing department of AEW on the grill. Nothing against, I understand it's a Sunday. You want to do a Sunday pay-per-view, WWE not in the way. But isn't AEW Dynamite on TNT, correct?
Right.
It's on TNT, correct? What else is happening this weekend, especially this Sunday?
What else is happening this Sunday? I don't know.
You already know, bro. All-Star Weekend.
I'm not really a big fan of All-Star Weekend any damn way, so
the whole All-Star.
I really don't care for the All-Star Weekend. I really don't care for it. I mean, I'm just looking forward to the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and the skill challenge. I can say fuck the game is how I feel. Fuck the game.
I'm DVR'd the whole freaking thing, by the way. So
fuck the game.
Yeah.
And this is how I feel about the fucking game. This is how I feel about it. Not impressed. And this is how the actual All-Star game is going to be.
Jesus Christ. God, we got the soundboard. All right. Anyway, Shaq did okay.
I gotta put some stuff.
Shaq did okay.
And this is how if you hear about John Cena and you hear about Batista going to AEW.
I don't see John Cena being there. But Batista maybe. Who's going to be in this Hall of Fame? Did Paul White mention? I thought you were going to be with Batista. They said Batista. Some people said Cena.
In the Hall of Fame?
Not in the Hall of Fame, but it's supposed to be a Hall of Fame talent that signed to AEW, not a Hall of Famer. It has to be. Who else has been in the Hall of Fame? I mean, Batista was supposed to be in last year's Hall of Fame, but the pandemic happened. Maybe AJ Lee. No, it could be. People are saying if it's Brock Lesnar, Jesus Christ. Oh, if it's Brock
Lesnar. Child.
God. If it's Brock, the whole internet is broken. Because everybody's going to be in a freaking frenzy. This is just going to be me. Play the cricket soundboard.
I'm going to get the play the cricket sound.
That's how I'm gonna feel if Brock Lesnar shows up at AEW. God, I'm gonna clear the air too. A lot of people think I hate Brock. I don't. I respect Brock, but I just didn't like how WWE booked him to be this unbeatable monster, but then got crushed in 2 minutes by Goldberg.
I'm gonna get the Joey Styles soundbite.
Oh my god!
Yeah, when I'm gonna have that for Sunday. I'm gonna have that for Sunday.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We got picks and predictions.
Or I'm gonna get the JR. He's broken in half.
I think D, as you all know, he will probably be up here Sunday to do this pay-per-view with me. Hopefully the whole spotlight crew as well.
I don't give a shit about the All-Star game. I give 2 shits about it.
I just want to see if Zach LaVine wins the 3-point contest. I will laugh my head off. But
I think Zach LaVine needs to get back into the dunk contest because I saw the dunk that he did in warm-ups. Shit. The dunk that he did in warm-ups.
I mean, if he does do it again.
But there's no way you bounce the ball, you take the ball from under your legs with one hand and turn it into a fucking windmill. Like, what type of shit is that, Zach LaVine? Your ass need to be in a dunk contest. The fuck?
If Zach LaVine does go to a dunk contest, if he ever goes to a dunk contest, wouldn't he be the first person to ever win 3? I don't think nobody's ever won 3.
I think nobody has won 3. Why I don't care about the All-Star game is the most fucking boring weekend in the world. Like outside of the skills challenge, the 3-point contest, and the dunk contest, that's all I want to see. Fuck the actual game. Because all they're going to do is score 200 points each. There's no defense going to be played. The game's not going to be competitive. The fuck?
I will agree that the All-Star game needs a little bit of a competitive. I mean, whoever wins either the West or the East should literally, I don't know. It can, you know how baseball has their All-Star game and how competitive they be because whoever wins gets home field advantage throughout the World Series, either the National League or the American League. I wish the NBA would do something like that because that would be something. Like, shoot, can you imagine like the East? It doesn't matter if you have the best record in the league. You can still not have home field advantage in the finals. That would be great.
Right.
But it'll make it more competitive. But they're just doing it for charity events, which I don't have a problem with. I just wish there was more to it than just charities. But anyway, we got picks and predictions to get through. 9 matches. Let's get to the dark match, shall we? Reno, I hope I'm saying this right.
Just to let everybody know, like I don't know everybody in AEW, but I know a few in AEW. So if I'm picking, it's just because I'm picking, So don't butcher me on here, okay?
And yes, I did hear that NXT is moving to Tuesdays, which was the smartest thing for NXT because they've been I don't like they've been losing so much viewership since AEW's been on. But now the only company that's going to take a hit from it is going to be Impact because Impact starts on Tuesdays. Personally, I wish Impact can go back to Thursdays, which
I agree.
They should have never been moved to Tuesdays to begin with. Can you imagine this? Think about this, y'all. Monday Night Raw, Tuesday NXT, Wednesday AEW, Thursday Impact, and Friday SmackDown.
Yo,
5 days of wrestling.
If you ever stream 5 days of wrestling, you know how many subscribers will grow of the consistency you get on a weekly basis, bro.
Wink, wink, wink. It's gonna happen soon. Anyway, and also Saturday, maybe a Ring of Honor pay-per-view on a Saturday. That's 6 days of straight up wrestling.
Pure wrestling.
It's every kid's dream. It's every kid's dream.
I wish it was like that back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. I really wish it was like that back in the day.
All I said is back in the day, you guys did have, now I feel like.
Well, all we really had was Raw. We really had Raw, TNA, and SmackDown. That's all we really had. Like, that's actually nationally televised.
Should I say that? Should I say that because that was my childhood? But I had a few. I've had a few.
Well, if you want to go to actual childhood, it was just Raw and SmackDown for me, and then TNA came along.
Well, let me say this: when it comes,
that's what SmackDown was on Thursdays. Remember that? I
remember that on UPN. God, bring back UPN. Anyway, but Another thing that I want to bring up, when D said my child, back in my childhood, it was always WWE. It was WWE, then TNA, and then I don't know if you guys remember, MTV did their own little thing called Wrestling Society X, but it didn't last too long. It only lasted.
Oh, that was terrible to me.
It was terrible, but if you look at the talent, for God's sakes, the following wrestlers were in there. We had Seth Rollins in there. For God's sakes, Seth Rollins.
Oh, this is good, MalcGoolie. Eric Travis, look what he says. He says, Malcadarian, what's up, guys? Did you hear William Regal's announcement going to change the wrestling landscape? And should be surprised 1 RVD, 2 Trish, 3 Kurt Angle, 4 Rock. I don't know if any of them for NXT. I don't see any. I don't see only one out of all of those. Out of all of them, I only see RVD. The only one that's I see.
Van Dam can still go at it as long as he doesn't bring his girlfriend with him. And I don't think WWE is going to appreciate having his wife twerk all over on NXT. I doubt Vince would want.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Not even Vince. Triple H is damn sure ain't gonna let that happen.
Absolutely.
But yeah, NXT, and also like D's childhood. This is what D had. D had the WWF, WCW. What else? ECW. Lucky bastard. And besides, he lives in Philly, so he had that ECW.
Oh, I used to go to a few ECW matches in South Philly, man. I remember those.
God, you need to take a picture of that old bingo hall. You really Celebrity Deathmatch was my childhood. I love that. But was that
Celebrity Deathmatch was kind of later on in my childhood. It wasn't like
but I don't know if you could call that I mean, it was
Celebrity
wrestling.
Deathmatch was not wrestling. It was literally death.
It was clay animation.
It was literally death. Like what?
Like what else happened? What other childhoods that we had? What other wrestling promote? Well, now you got Guerrilla Wrestling Alliance, or GAW, or I could be wrong on that. You got Nova, you got all these other wrestling promotions. But we gotta
look into hybrid wrestling too. That's in Atlantic City. We've definitely got to look into that.
Look up the hybrid. GCW for me. There's a lot. There's so many independent wrestling, so over the top. It's not even funny. Punky Brewster. I've been hearing all about that on the radio. What the hell is that?
What is that?
I guess it's a TV show about a chick from the 80s. I don't know. Kind of low key bad. Key's not on here because Key is my go-to area of freaking 80s mythology for a person who wasn't even thought of.
Eric Travis said, "Malgu and Darian, we get an NXT night 1 and night 2 pay-per-view." Wow.
Yep, they're gonna do a WrestleMania thing. NXT
because for WrestleMania weekend, that makes sense.
Yes, can't wait to see that. But now for the nitty-gritty, for everybody that wanted to come up to see our picks and predictions for this show. Let's start off with the dark match. It's a tag team match for the women. Riho and Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker. Dr. Britt Baker and Rebel. Like I said,
I don't know these matches like that. I don't know these two people. I don't know.
I watch a little bit of AEW, a little bit. I watch a little bit. Thank God for YouTube. I'm gonna go say this is a dark match. It don't mean anything. Well, even though they've had a story, I'm gonna go with Riho and Thunder Rosa on this. Nothing against Britt Baker. I mean, it's a tag team match. It's just a standard tag team match.
Oh, I'm about to say. I thought you said something about scary.
No, nothing about scary, bro. No. Nothing about scary. D doesn't know that much of the wrestlers, so bear with us.
I'm gonna go with the same one you're going with, Ghoulie. I mean, I usually watch AEW, but lately I have not been watching it, so it's just been a while since I watched it.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you get ready for this one, D, because this is gonna be a mouthful. The actual show now.
Okay.
All right. A casino tag team battle royal for a future AEW World Tag Team Championship match.
So this is like a version of a Money in the Bank?
Not a ladder match. It's just the battle royal.
Oh, just a battle royal. Okay.
All the tag teams. So they're all the tag teams. Beer Country being consist of Beer Boulder. No, not Beer Country. Sorry. Bear Country, Bear Boulder, and Bear Bronson.
Right.
Versus the Dark Order of Alex Reynolds and John Silver. The Dark Order 2, that being Eva Uno and Stu Grayson. The inner circle of Santana and Ortiz. The Blade. Well, no, sorry, not the Blade. The Butcher and the Blade. Basically, and the Bunny. They're going to have the Bunny, but the Bunny's not in this match. Private Party. I think you know who Private Party is.
No, I don't know about Private Party.
I'm going to say this. I love Private Party, and Matt Hardy has been, well, they recently turned heel, and Matt Hardy is their manager, which is also kind of cool. Top Flight of Darius Martin and Dante Martin. Death Triangle. That's the Bastard Pac and Ray Phoenix. Varsity, I think this says Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. The Seidel brothers, Matt Seidel and his brother Mike Seidel. If you don't know who Matt Seidel is,
a tag team match or this is an individual match?
It's a battle royal with tag.
So is it a single battle royal or is it a tag team battle royal?
Tag team battle royal.
I'm about to say, because you're naming teams. I'm like, I thought this was singles. Like, what?
Oh, this is straight up a whole freaking match.
Well, if this is tag team, I already picked my winner. Then, if that's the case, you don't need to name no more.
No, there's still
it's
more.
Out of Dark Horse. To me, it's out of Dark Horse 1 and Inner Circle, in my opinion.
Oh, wait a minute. There's still more. SoCal Uncensored, of Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. The Natural Nightmares of Dustin Rose and QT Marshall. Chaos Project, Luther and Serpentico, and the Gun Club. And if you don't know who the Gun Club is, Billy Gunn's boys, Austin Gunn and Colton Gunn. And a tag team to be announced. That's a lot of names. Okay.
That's going to be a hell of this might, I don't know, with this tag team, the way they had like the whole tag team division in one battle royale, this might be match of the night outside of John Moxley and whatever the hell he does. Like, what? This sounds insane right now.
It's too many tag teams, but I don't know how the rules are. Can't wait to see how this goes.
I wonder if the rules, if this is a tag team battle royal, does it mean like
whoever wins
just because one gets? Hold up, Ghoulie. So I'm trying to ask you this question. Like, so for this tag team battle royale, right? So if one gets eliminated, does the whole team get eliminated?
I don't know. I think that's how it goes. Or if one person gets eliminated, I don't know. I have no idea. They have not been specific.
I think that's only right, because if it's a tag team, battle royale, if one of your partners get eliminated, then the whole team should be eliminated.
I swear that's how they do
it. That's how they do it for Elimination Chamber when they do tag teams for Elimination Chamber. That's how they did it.
That's true. That's true. But read this comment. I
Enzo
swear
and Big Cass, TBA, MalcGoolie, and hell no. If it is AEW, I'm gonna rip AEW a new hole. I'm sorry.
No freak. Now this I wouldn't mind.
Now James Storm and Chris Sabin, I wouldn't mind that either.
I wouldn't mind
the Motor City Machine Guns come. Yes, I will take that over.
I would not mind Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Would not mind them. I'm gonna have to go with the way how I saw AEW this week or yesterday. I'm going with Private Party. Because I don't see any other tag team that at this point. I mean, what they're doing with Private Party, they're in a feud. Well, Matt Hardy's in a feud with with Adam Hangman Page, and he's also kind of in a feud as well with the inner circle, but also in a feud with the Dark Order. So as far as I'm concerned, Private Party, they've been impressive. I'm a little pissed that the Hybrid 2's not on there. BTR Juice, F off. Like I said, I don't watch AEW as much as I do. I only watch on YouTube. But what from I saw last night? It looked like Private Party might win it. But out of all the tag teams, these are only let's say this, because you know what? I know we got to pick one. We're gonna cheat.
Right.
These are the only ones I rather see get the title shot. The Inner Circle of Santana and Ortiz.
That was my first pick. Inner Circle.
Private Party, Death Triangle, or
I wouldn't mind it. I think my surpriser and my sleeper is going to be the Guns Club.
The Guns Club, Austin and Colton Gunn with
their
father.
That might be a sleeper. You just never know.
AEW, I don't watch AEW that much, but why Private Party? Because Private Party's entertaining. I don't know why they turned him heel, but they're entertaining. And I love their finishing move called Gin and Juice. That is probably one of the
called Gin and Juice.
Yes, they got a move called Gin and Juice. I'll send it to you at the end of this. You'll probably be like, matter of fact, I can send it to you now. You got your phone on you, right?
How do you have how do you take an iconic music song and make it into
a wrestling move?
Child, please.
I'm gonna send it to you. You got your phone?
Yeah, I got my phone.
Okay, good. It shows it.
Just terrible. Just freaking terrible, bro.
Private Party. Yeah, and man, Enzo and Cass reunion. A lot of you guys
Enzo and Big Cass reunion would be a bad idea. Actually, if y'all think about it, it could be better now. It's AEW, not the WWE crap. But I mean, that might be true, but I can't see Enzo and Cass being a tag team unless Enzo knows how to fucking wrestle.
Big Show is not wrestling. So no, Big Show is done with wrestling. He's just commentating.
Yeah, he's just a commentator, which I don't mind. I don't mind Big Show being a commentator for AEW. And you know what the difference is, though? You know what I like about AEW and their commentary? They rotate. You don't see the same announcers or commentary every week. Unlike, I'm tired of hearing Michael Cole's ass on WWE. I'm sick of him. You could tell that he reading from a fucking script.
Okay. All right.
It's just me.
I'm about to send it to you, D. I'm about to send it to you. I want you to skip to 349. That's where the Gin and Juice starts.
Okay. I gotta look at it on my other phone because you know this phone is like just is off. I can't do nothing with it. So I gotta go get my other phone.
Well, it's Enzo can wrestle
you're
better.
Bugging, Damien. You're bugging. You think Enzo can wrestle better than The Miz?
Oh my god!
And Damien, you look like a rapist right now. You look like a rapist that don't rape anyone.
Does he rape his hand? Oh god. Let me shut up. The next match is your typical tag team match as well. Kip Sabian with Miro and D. If you don't know who Miro is, that Rusev versus best friends of Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. I will say this. I'm going with best friends because I love Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed. So I'm sorry. I love that.
Why do he keep trolling me about this goddamn Roman Reigns? Like stop trolling me. Like get off my sausage. All right, get off my sausage. Seriously.
Get Leo Rush back with Pop. Man, hell no. Nah. Leo Rush is doing perfectly fine in MLW.
I'm getting mad at Michael Cole because Michael Cole has been my announcer all my fucking life, and I'm sick of it. The whole time I've been watching wrestling, he's been commentating. I'm done. Tell his old ass to take his 4-eye ass back to where the hell he came from, and we need some younger faces on SmackDown. Get Michael Cole the hell out of here, please.
I don't have a problem with Michael Cole. I mean, I'm happy they put him back on SmackDown.
He just that he don't sound original like he used to. He just sound like he's reading off a script now.
Leo Rush can be a good ladder match surprise match. I don't know if Leo Rush will even be in AEW. There's no junior weight division. MalcGoolie, what if Shaq versus Paul White? Jesus Christ. Why do y'all want to see Big Show versus Shaq?
All they're going to do is break the ring.
Sure, that's all we're going to see.
That's all we're going to see. They're going to break the ring.
But anyway, D, who do you got? You got Rusev and Kip Saban, or do you got best friends Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor?
I'm going with best friends.
Best friends.
And John L. Jackson, I've been around way before. I'd rather have fucking Gorilla Monsoon right now before I had fucking Michael Cole. Honestly.
Rest in peace, Gorilla.
And rest in peace to Gorilla Monsoon, but I'd rather have him or Macho Man Randy Savage. God bless his soul. I just need some fresh faces on WWE when it comes to announcements.
There was been a talk that AEW would get Marlo Ronaldo, and if that happens, that would be perfect. I'm gonna say that, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna rip my fucking head off, but maybe it's time. Oh God, I hate to say this. Maybe Marlo Ronaldo replaces Jim Ross on commentary. Jim Ross is not the same. We
all know that.
He's not the
same, but I would take a Jim Ross right now before I take a Michael Cole, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Oh God, no. Keep JBL away from commentary.
I would take a JBL before I take a Michael Cole. I'm sorry.
All the commentary table. My top.
And I'm not trolling. I'm so serious. Like JBL, JBL was one of the best heel announcers out there. I loved him as a heel.
Better than Jerry King Lawler? Better than Lawler?
Well, know Jerry King Lawler wasn't really. I mean, he was a heel, but he wasn't. He was more of a heel for like the puppies and shit like that.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait. Wait, you said JBL's the greatest heel announcer. This also came to me. God rest his man.
We're not saying that he's the greatest heel announcer. I'm definitely not saying.
I'm not saying Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Bobby the Brain Heenan is up there. But I have to say JBL is up there too as heel commentary. JBL is up there. He's up there with Lawler and Bobby the Brain Heenan, in my opinion.
Jim Cornette did commentary.
Jim Cornette was all right.
Jim Cornette was okay. The problem was, well,
he was more of a man. Was he more of a manager than an actual commentary though?
He was a manager, but then they in commentary with JR. But the problem was Kevin Dunn didn't understand what the hell they were saying because they got them deep Southern accents.
Oh yeah, them too damn them damn country. You know what I'm saying?
Too country, and I'm like,
I can't understand what the hell you're saying because I'm too damn country now. You know, he was going to put him in a power bomb, and it just didn't work out. You know.
No, the problem was Kevin Dunn is up north, while Cornette and Jim Ross are from the south. So yeah, we still have that north versus south thing. This is how I feel. If people would know what you're talking about, but maybe not those people in Maine or in New York because they don't travel that much to the south. But come on down to Mobile, hon. I'll fix you some grits and eggs. Anyway, for God's sakes, here we go talking about grits and eggs. Joey Styles is number one. I know that's a stretch on putting Joey Styles number one over JR. I understand that, but you got to hear me out. For Joey, think about this. Joey Styles called a whole pay-per-view by himself. I don't think no other commentator has ever done that. I don't think anybody has. I mean, granted, they put him in with Joe Gertner, and that didn't. I mean, Joe Gertner was just all over the place. And as for, Cyrus was kind of like the only one who could talk with Joey like that. But Joey can literally hold a pay-per-view down by himself. And besides, he never the sport. He was not a sports entertainment commentator. He was a straight up wrestling play-by-play man.
He was a straight up wrestling commentary.
He was a straight up play-by-play man. So yeah, BTR Juice. I know a lot of you are pissed that I put JR number 2. I just have an opinion. I just got an opinion, you have man.
One, if that's the case,
I have number 1 is Joey Styles. Joey Styles over JR. I'm not gonna say that JR is no.
I don't know about that one, bro.
It's that's. Just, I mean,
we can have another show for that. We can have another show for that, but we do got to get through these predictions.
Yeah, let's get through the predictions and then we'll talk about that. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Don't cut my freaking throat. Anyway, okay, face of the Revolution ladder match. I can't wait for this because, my God, everybody knows I love ladder matches. It is my thing. Whoever wins this ladder match will get a future AEW TNT Championship match. Your participants are Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson, Scorpio Sky, Pentagon Jr., Lance Archer, Matt Caster, and another surprise, basically. I'm gonna say this one's really hard, but to me, the way how this is setting up, I mean, I would say your best bet. I'm gonna go with the to be announced to win this match. I don't see Cody winning it, even though Cody kind of needs a momentum push because I mean he did lose to Shaq last night. So
I think I got a surprise for you, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This God is my witness. He is broken in half. The poor son of a broken in half. Hugo Savinovich needs to come back. Is Hugo still living? I don't know. I think Hugo's in AAA, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to go with the to be announced. Lance Archer would be great. Cody would be great. Scorpio Sky would be great. But I'm going to go with the to be announced. I don't know who that person's going to be. But out of all the people I like in this match, I like Pentagon Jr. I love Cody. I like Lance Archer. Scorpio Sky's okay. Matt Caster, I don't know him that well. Apparently, he's a rapper. I don't know. Don't get me this. Yeah, a rapper wrestler, I guess. He had a freaking boombox yesterday. For God's sake, like he's in this ladder match.
Boombox though.
Yeah, he's in the ladder match. I was like, okay, but that's my fault. I can't judge the guy. But yeah, to be honest, I would love it to be Will Ospreay or Jeff Cobb, but I would pick Penta. If Penta wins, dude, Penta versus Darby Allin, Jesus Christ. That writes itself. But if it's Will Ospreay, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Eddie Kingston. So I'm gonna go with the to be announced. I don't know who D's gonna pick.
I'm gonna go with to be announced. I don't know any of these guys. I'm gonna just go with my heart.
You know Cody Rhodes. You know Lance Archer. Cody Rhodes. Lance Archer.
Lance Archer. I do know Lance Archer, but I got another surprise for you, Ghoulie.
Yeah, he's still living. He's tired from doing wrestling. He used to get past. Oh, okay. Okay, now this match here.
Yeah, I might go with Lance Archer here then, if that's the case.
Okay. All right. So the next match is called the Big Money Match. The winner will receive the loser's 2021 first quarter earnings of 2021. Okay.
What's the stipulation again?
Winner receives the loser's 2021 first quarter earnings. In other words, he'll earn that person's paycheck for the first quarter of the year. That's hilarious. That's a hilarious stipulation. Your participants in this match: Adam Hangman Page, Matt Hardy. I'm going to say this right now. It seems like they're going to do a big story with this. I'm going to go with Matt Hardy over Adam Hangman Page. As much as I love Hangman Page, but I think Matt Hardy is going to win this.
I'm going with Matt Hardy here. I love Matt Hardy. No matter what character that guy is, I love me some Matt Hardy.
And also, AEW, I got to ask a question. understand that you thought you were getting the Hardys. You thought you were getting the whole final deletion, but Jeff signed. So I'll give you credit where credit is due. You made Matt a heel, but why did you have to make him go back to his big money Matt Hardy gimmick? I hated it in TNA. I'm not gonna. I kind of hate it now.
Maybe Matt wanted that though. You got to think about that. Sometimes AEW just give what the wrestlers want. Maybe Hardy wanted to come back to that. You don't know.
God, if all the heel personas that you could have brought from Matt Hardy, you could have brought back the Iceman, Matt Hardy, because he was crazy and dominant as a heel. Still overshadowed by Jeff, but it happens. Next is the AEW Women's Title.
Hold on, let me get him out the phone real quick. Hold on.
All right. Well, D is getting his other phone with the hammer thing in there. The stipulation is because Matt Hardy is called Big Money Matt, and he's been taking the money from he has been taking the money from Private Party and tried to take the same amount of money from Paige. Okay, that makes sense, and I love it. That's why I'm going with Matt. I'm going with Matt Hardy, for God's sakes. I love Matt Hardy. I love him better when he's Matt Hardy Cannot Die and Matt Hardy as the delete.
You know what's funny? I really didn't like the deletion until later on. I had to no. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. I'm not saying it to be smart. I didn't understand it at first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand the part of what delete was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it until, honestly, I think he had it in WWE, if I'm not correct, right?
He originally had it in TNA.
It was TNA, my bad. It was TNA, and I didn't understand it. But once I saw the character grow, I was like, okay, I get it. I started to like it then. It grew on me. Like the Fiend, you know how the Fiend grew on me too.
Yep.
The Fiend grew on me. I like the original Bray Wyatt, but now the Fiend of now, it grew on me.
Has Edge challenged? Yep, Edge has challenged Roman for the title at Mania.
He did.
Darion Mal Brock is coming. Oh my God, no!
Edge, which I prefer Edge and McIntyre, but that's just my opinion.
Oh my God, Eric Travis. No, don't.
Darion and Eric Brock is coming to AEW. We took off Brock's merch. Ooh.
If Brock comes to AEW, I'm gonna fucking scream. I'm gonna say, really? You really think this is gonna save you? You really think? Oh my God! If you're gonna compete with the Machine, do not bring a Pert who can do just one freaking match. Suplex, F5, suplex, F5.
No, I want to see how interesting it will be. No. Think about it, Good. I want to see how interesting it will be now that he won't have Paul Heyman on his side.
He can't cut a freaking promo.
You never know, though. I mean, listen.
Oh my God!
He might try it now because it won't be no Paul Heyman there.
I think we're all at the unanimous that Matt Hardy is winning, and now I think we are at the AEW Women's Title as Hikaru Shida, who has held that belt, and I've actually been loving her title reign against the winner of the AEW Women's Tournament. Japanese names. Ryo Mizunami. I'm gonna say this. I don't know. I think D laughed when I said Japan. You laughed last night when I said Japan is so weird, but I love it. Okay,
you do.
So
it's like I don't know.
Like after Ryo Mani or whatever won the tournament or whatever, she and the champion are shaking hands. I'm like, oh, okay, they're shaking hands, and then the challenge forearms the champion in the mouth. The champion doesn't sell it. She laughs and then elbows the challenger, and they go back and forth. I got to give the champion credit, though. You did it in forearm, and you did not fall while wearing heels. I'll give you credit where credit is due. That's a tough chick.
That is a fact.
So, even though the challenger has more weight, I'm going with the champion. I don't think this title.
So Lewis said, out of the divas, I like Shots. She's awesome.
Out of all the divas, women's wrestlers, Shotzi Blackheart is amazing. So far, my favorite so far is Sasha so far, but that's just my opinion. Ooh. We all know how Dee feels about poor little Sasha. Anyway, Sasha's fault. Blame Vince. Anyway,
that's how I feel. That's how I feel about Sasha. A bunch of fucking crickets.
Wait, why the hell, Michael Cole? Did Bailey just a post-match card for WrestleMania? Her versus Cole on Instagram story, WT. Because WWE is mainstream, for Christ's sakes. Jesus.
I don't understand. I know we supposed to be doing a prediction for AEW, but I don't understand why. I'm not really a big. I'm okay with Bailey, but why does she not have a WrestleMania match? I'm just not understanding that.
That's kind of weird too. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like I said, I might have to make a video next week about WrestleMania could be in trouble.
It is in trouble.
But they've proved
it's in trouble.
Here's the thing. It being in trouble though, every time they be in trouble, they get out of it. Last year, they got out of it. The year before, they got out of it. This one here, I'm a little more nervous. I mean, here's the thing. I started to realize something. When I'm more nervous for WrestleMania, it becomes good. When I think of WrestleMania is going to be fantastic, it turns into shit. It turns into WrestleMania 27. Don't be like WrestleMania 27. I can understand a lot of people don't like WrestleMania 9. People say WrestleMania 9 is the worst WrestleMania ever. Okay, yeah. Big whoop. But 27 was hard. The only thing I can give 27 is the following matches. CM Punk versus Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio, and Undertaker versus Triple H. Everything else was bad. I wouldn't say bad, just didn't exceed the expectation. For God's sakes, we had John Morrison and Trish Stratus and Snooki against Michelle McCool, Layla, and I believe Vicky Guerrero. Who wanted to see that? And then also, apparently,
nobody don't want to see it more than this.
And the part is, then John Morrison was being a dick to Trish Stratus because of the whole Melina thing.
Right.
Which was also didn't make John Morrison look good. It didn't even make Maria look good. Another match. Afterthought. If you guys saw my story.
Oh my God, stop it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
You have to say it.
Don't say
I should
it.
have made it better for you to say it. No, like I said, Miz and Cena was not even that good because the focus was more on Cena versus The Rock than it was for Miz Cena. That match wasn't even good. And then also Edge taking on Alberto Del Rio, I was surprised they started the match with the World Heavyweight title, which was a good thing. And Edge winning was a good thing too, because I hated Del Rio then, and I still hate Del Rio now. So, yeah, I mean, you Del Rio. And then Edge retired, and good God, who the hell wanted to see Santino dressed as a chick? Mount Darren, oh my God, can you imagine Triple H and Vince come out to No Chance in Hell, and Triple H said this is the best for business, or Stephanie McMahon for the announcement? No, if you're saying Stephanie McMahon running the WWE would be really in trouble if Stephanie ran it. She is no. Can't wait for NXT to move Tuesdays after Mania. Can't wait for that too. Lashley should keep the title until SummerSlam at least. I think he's only dropping it to Drew. And it's sad. But here's the thing. It's sad for Lashley, but it's also sad for Drew as well. Here's the thing. Why didn't y'all just keep the belt on Drew all the way till Mania and then let him lose it to Lashley? But I don't know. That's just.
Well, let's get back to
back
these,
then. I like
these predictions, though.
Okay, let's get back to the predictions. I think. Did you pick the champion or the challenger? I think that's where the match we're on.
What was the match?
The AEW Women's Title.
Oh, I picked the champion.
The belt looks okay. You picked the champion, and also D. You have to admit when we watch this pay-per-view, please tell me that belt looks like a damn toy when you see it.
I think it needs to be bigger. I think it does need it. I know what you're talking about. I already know what the belt looks like. I think it does need to be a little bit bigger up front, a more face type of women's title. But you got to think about it though. All belts start small when you start a company. That's AEW true. Ain't been out a year yet. I think once they get more revenue and they get more money, year. Huh?
It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a year, but listen, Rome ain't built in a day. So as of right now, I think they really invested on their major titles, and I think they're going to upgrade the women's belt. It's just not right now, but they will.
All right. Well, another tag team title match, which I'm actually looking forward to myself.
So you have a tag team and a tag team battle royal. How does that work?
Okay, wait. There's a tag team battle royal, and then now we got the AEW tag team champions.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Championship match. The Young Bucks at Nick Jackson. I think D knows who they are.
Yes, I do know who the Young Bucks are.
Versus Chris Jericho and MJF. I'm going to say this right now. I'm going with the Young Bucks. As much as I love Jericho and MJF, they put their hands on Papa Buck. You do not put as a heel, you do not aim for someone else's family. They beat the hell out of Matt and Nick Jackson's father 2 weeks ago on live TV. And it pissed off the Young Bucks. I think this is going to be the most dangerous Young Bucks team I think we've ever seen. And what happened on Wednesday, it can tell you. I'm going with the Young Bucks. I do believe that the Inner Circle will interfere, and I do believe that whoever the winner of the tag team battle royal, they're going to interfere. Probably at the end of the match. But also you got to remember too, you got the Inner Circle that probably might be there at ringside, but you also have the Young Bucks also have the Good Brothers of Carl Anderson and Gallows.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got the Elite as well. So you can tell they will be in there too.
Jesus Christ.
Not into Jericho.
All it's going to look like is another battle royale. That's all it's going to look like again.
But we'll see what a promo the Young Bucks did last night. Yeah, the promo that Matt and Nick Jackson.
I heard about that promo. I heard that promo was fire.
And I love the fact that they basically called out MJF, which is actually fucking true. And also, what Chris Jericho was really true. Now, there was no AEW. Chris Jericho would probably be in the Performance Center. I'm like, wow. I'm like, damn, they just called out NXT just like that? I'm like, that's funny. I can actually see that happening. But anyway, WWE just announced Nia and Shayna versus Sasha and Belair at Why? Okay, no. Next, AEW. Why? I mean, they're gonna try to. They're gonna make Belair a hero. They're gonna make Belair a heel. And
why are they gonna make Belair a heel, knowing that you already have Sasha as a heel? Like that's dumb.
Sasha just turned heel. They're heel.
What I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. What is the point of turning Bianca Belair heel?
Hold on. I had my words mixed up. Sasha Banks has not been a face. Like she's been a face since October. It's not time for her to go heel. No, it's way too early. And for Bianca, it's super way too early. Would you like to see Triple H versus AJ Styles?
Triple H versus AJ Styles. It depends. To me, it depends on the storyline. It depends. It depends what type of storyline. If you could get Triple H to come back in his jeans and his jean jacket type of Triple H, then yes, I would love to see that with AJ Styles. But if we get in corporate Triple H versus AJ Styles, it's going to be trash.
I wouldn't even go that far with it, but AJ versus Triple H, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I feel like the storyline it has to be personal. I think, me personally, I know we're doing the predictions and all, but I feel like Triple H is at his best when the feuds are personal. That's just me.
I mean,
when I feel like
the only thing you can make a feud,
and you fucking with Stephanie, you fucking with his family and stuff like that. It makes him pull out that sledgehammer with the jeans and the jean jacket in the long hair. That's Triple H I want to see again, which we're not going to see because he's too fucking corporate now.
Not, because it's not even the fact of him being corporate. It's the fact his hair can't even grow back like that. Hell no. Not even about
his. I don't care if his hair doesn't grow back. I still want to see the jeans, the black boots, and the jean jacket. That's what I want to see.
Oh, you want to see the old cerebral assassin, basically.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why AJ Styles going to have to go far left field to get Triple H like that. It's all about like you said, it's all about the storyline. So if you could get a banging ass storyline between AJ Styles and Triple H, I think the match would be good.
The only storyline I can see them having is the fact that I don't know. Here's the thing. The problem is I want to see the match, but like I said, it all depends on storyline. Back to Maddie Jackson's. I do agree Gonzalez and Kai should be champions. I do agree with that. Right. But Sasha should turn heel. Hell no, I don't agree with that because she just turned heel. It wouldn't be no point
for her going back to face. They didn't even like Sasha Banks as a face. Everybody wanted her to go heel.
I mean, at first, her heel turn, it came out of nowhere, which was great. But then, let's be real. When her
heel turn did not come out of nowhere. That shit was expected.
The definition of a heel turn, when it runs out its course, you know there's a big baby face ready to come out. They did it with Seth. But Seth's baby face ran dry because they fed him to the Fiend. And the fans like the Fiend. And now his heel run is starting to wear its course. For God's sakes, he's going to face Cesaro at Fastlane, which I actually can't wait to see. But that's just me. Sasha can cut one of the worst promos I've heard in a while on SmackDown. She isn't a good talker. She talks like a heel. Coming from the same man who wanted Matt Riddle to be a pirate. Maddie Jackson, Kitty corner.
But Jonelle, we are going. I think we're both going with the Young Bucks, Jonelle. I think both of us is going with the Young Bucks.
We're going with the Young Bucks, for God's sake. Now the two matches now, finally, that we're going to talk about. Team Taz, Brian Cage and Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin and Sting in a street fight. Y'all, Sting. I say Matt. Oh, now you say is a joke. Sure.
What was who's in this match again, if I'm not mistaken?
You got Team Taz being represented by Brian Cage and Ricky Starks against Darby Allin, who is the TNT champion, and his partner, Sting.
Oh, this is a no-brainer. I'm going with Darby Allin and Sting.
Yeah, this is a street fight too, so I think I'm going with Sting and Darby Allin.
I'm going with Darby Allin and Sting. This isn't a street fight. I think it's right up their territory, so I definitely would go with that match.
And think about Sting. Here's the thing. This is Sting's first official match in over 6 years. The last time we saw Sting was 6 years ago at Night of Champions, and I think we all know what happened there.
That's when he faced Seth Rollins for the title, right?
It's always been a joke. I don't like him, and the pirate gimmick would suck. Nothing worse than his current role.
How
is this so terrible? Okay, Jesus. I'm not with you, Maddie. I'm not going to start.
What's going on, AEWBs? Thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. It really helps out. But yeah, we're going with the Young Bucks, and we're going with Darby Allin Sting, which leaves us to the greatest. The match. Why I'm streaming this whole show. Probably going to be up till 12 o'clock in the morning. Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley, an exploding barbed wire death match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
Let me do this soundbite for you then.
God.
That's exactly how that match is going to be this weekend.
Exploding barbed wire. We have seen, guys, I think this is will this be their third time wrestling each other? The first time.
It's some type of hardcore match in AEW, yes.
Jon Moxley won the first feud. The second feud was for the AEW title, which Kenny Omega stole the AEW World Heavyweight title. And now this should be the third, and I'm going to say maybe final match between those two. Oh my God. I will say this. And I know a lot of people can cut my head with this. I love Kenny Omega. I really do. But I did not agree with the fact of him being the one to take it off Moxley. The way how it should have been at Double or Nothing, it should have been MJF the one to take the belt off Moxley. I like MJF as a heel. He was a heel. He's very he is a heel's heel that you just love to hate. Let the train hit him. Yeah. But and he's young. He's young as hell. So having a young guy represent your company who can talk on the mic, who's very talented in the ring, who plays the heel persona perfectly.
Very well.
Perfectly at the age of 26. Yeah. He should have been the one to take the belt off Moxley. Now, I will admit to this with Kenny Omega. I love the fact that they took him out of that tag team between him and Hangman Adam Page. It was a matter of time. I think we all know it was a matter of time that they were going to lose those tag team belts. And I was kind of glad that they did. He is young and
I don't need to be off topic, but they just announced the Team LeBron and Team Durant. So
I don't want to hear it.
You sure?
Where's Levine at?
So for Team LeBron is Giannis, Curry, Doncic, Jokic, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Sabonis, and Ben Simmons.
I'm going with Team Durant because Team Durant got Levine.
Oh, you're so biased.
No, it's not just biased. I like LeBron, but I can't hate him because I'm also in fantasy.
So Team Durant is Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Julius Randle, Vucevic from Orlando, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Zion, and Donovan Mitchell.
That's not bad. Team Durant. F LeBron.
I think it's evenly, honestly.
It's evenly because it's kind of stupid on LeBron. When you have Kyrie, you just basically have all three Nets players on the same freaking squad. Bro, fail. But LeBron can be a GM.
Well, Durant got both of his players. Durant got Kyrie. Durant got Kyrie and Harden in the All-Star game.
See? I'm going with Team Durant. There's going to be a shootout.
That's why I ain't watching this shit. Let's get back to this match, though.
But I'm going to go to Matty Jackson. Say he shouldn't have been MJF. He is young and got a long time to win the title. But here's the thing: if you wait too long,
are you serious? I think his time is now, in my opinion.
It's time for now, and him joining the Inner Circle, I thought was weird. But at the same time, you know damn well it's going to be a matter of time before the whole Inner Circle turns on Chris Jericho and Jericho becomes a babyface again. So as far as I'm concerned, MJF should be World Heavyweight Champion. Had a good promo. His feud with Cody Rhodes was phenomenal. Oh, yeah, by the way, didn't he beat Cody Rhodes?
Yeah,
he beat Cody.
Yeah, he beat Cody Rhodes.
I'm sorry, I've been watching this kid since Combat Zone Wrestling. And I knew from the start, I'm like, this is going to be the guy this is going to be the guy. This is the heel of heels.
The heel.
He should have beat John. He should have beat John Moxley. I love John Moxley. I do. But I thought at the same time, it should have been.
So AEW still exists? Yes, Prestige, it does exist.
There's a lot of people on here on my subscription who don't like AEW. There's a lot of people that don't like WWE, which is that's how I feel. It's just like the WCW WWE thing, WCW WWF thing. Whatever camp you're in, you're not wrong. Well, you could be wrong, but yeah, exactly. That's why MJF didn't need the title. If he had the title, he wouldn't have been doing stuff with the Inner Circle. And personally, that would be great for him.
Yeah, that means he could go solo. That means he could go solo, and meaning that he can he could be solo and don't need the Inner Circle to keep the title. Like what are you talking about?
And here's another thing, Maddie. If you have MJF as your world heavyweight champion, bingo, you have a young guy being developed, a young guy holding your world heavyweight title, and that can push to bigger and better things. Let him beat Kenny Omega. Let him beat Adam Hangman Page. Let him beat those guys, those main event guys from the WWE all to the past. Then you got some new blood in there. Has anybody not seen MJF versus Joe Janela in Combat Zone Wrestling?
We got a question.
Oh yeah, that happened last night. Yes. Speaking of Cody, they were teasing a 4 Horseman stable with FTR, Shawn Spears, Malk, and JJ. Yeah, I saw, and I liked it. I wouldn't mind if they did a revamp of
really Prestige. John Moxley is brutality is just extreme as Henry Rugg's catching abilities. Wait.
That's disrespectful. Here, man. That's disrespectful.
It's always so should have. Why you got to bring my Raiders into this shit? Like what?
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Moxley should have not lost the title under half a year. Moxley had a nice title run. Maybe it could have been longer. I do agree. But there's been times like when MJF wasn't the one to do it. All I said was this: who's gonna do it? I did not expect Kenny Omega to be the one. To be honest, hell, he could have lost the belt to freaking Eddie Kingston either.
I feel like
you know what?
If AEW wants to be, if AEW wants to be successful, and you don't want to go the WWE route, put the title on younger talent. That's the only way you're going to outdo the WWE, and that's going to bring interest to. Like you got to think about it from a marketing aspect. If you see a young guy win the title, it's going to market younger talent to come to your business. Because even though that wrestling is a sport, but it's all about marketing. And when you put a young guy like an MJF as your AEW champion, while WWE is recycling the belt to only 5 or 6 people, it makes wrestlers want to go to AEW before they go anywhere else. It's all about a business and marketing.
If I'm
AEW, MJF should have been the champion. He should have been the world champion, period.
Should have been world champion. Look, I love John Moxley. John being Jericho was the smartest decision they could have made.
Right.
Jericho winning the AEW title, and yes, I'm a changed man. At first, I wanted Adam Hangman Page to win, but when Jericho won it, his title reign wasn't bad. And you know what? Having a legend hold your title brings credibility to the title.
Exactly.
Having a hardcore street dog brings more prestige to your title. Having a young 20-year-old punk mouth smart with a fucked up scarf, with a messed up Sunday, Monday, happy day haircut, and you want to beat the living crap out of him would make your belt prestigious. Eddie Kingston could have been the one too. And I love me some Eddie Kingston. Blackout, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Kingston is a dog. He can cut a good promo. He can wrestle in the freaking ring. He's a ring general. Even Jim Cornette, this dude, could be main event worthy talent. And hell, when he's a leader in the locker room too. Yeah, granted, they made him as a heel, but at the same time, let it draw. Let it draw. Our goal for AEW is to, and I've been saying this since their conception. And what is that? Push your younger talent. Push your younger talent. You got a lot of young talent here on this roster.
Right.
Orange Cassidy. And they did the right thing by having Orange Cassidy go over Jericho in that Mimosa's death match. Yes, where the loser had to be in a pool full of mimosa. In other words, orange juice for you people out there listening. Darby Allin winning the TNT Championship. Okay, another person. Those two right there are a prime example. But there are some other people who I wish got a fair shake. Look, I'm happy. Look, I understand a lot of people don't like Joey Janela. I understand some of y'all don't like him because of his mouth. I understand y'all don't like him because of this and that. But my God, let's be real. The man can wrestle, can gut a good promo. Would love to see him actually be heel. In other words, distance him from Sonny Kiss. And also, Sonny Kiss is another one. And you know what? I can actually see this happening for AEW. It would actually bring prestige, and it would also bring the LGBT community to watch wrestling too. Having I don't want to be okay. I'm trying not to be, politically correct. Okay, correct me on this. Having I don't know. Should I say homosexual? Should I say that homosexual? I'm gonna go with that. I don't want to say gay.
You can say homosexual instead of saying the F word.
Okay, well, having a homosexual
gay guy or gay man. I mean,
thank you. Having a gay man hold your world title, dude. Not only AEW would be like, oh my God, they actually did. What does that bring? Credibility. Another young guy.
But think about it. It brings credibility and it brings a whole new demographic.
Controversy. A lot of controversy. And it brings controversy.
It will be a lot of controversy, but I feel like
controversy creates cash.
It's been controversy with a lot of people in the LGBT community when they're first to do something. Why not be the first gay male or gay female to win a title? That's breaking barriers, number one. And number two, you bringing in a whole totally different graphic where you have those LGBT sports media people that want to come in and probably want to talk about it now. That whole demographic would grow and make AEW even better if they did that. I think it would be a smart marketing.
Yeah. Put by Jeff Samuel. Velveteen Dream. They put the North American title on him. How do you give a damn about his sexuality? So
I don't think sexuality should matter in a sport.
It should not matter in wrestling.
It shouldn't matter. No matter. It's not just wrestling, but just in general, it shouldn't matter.
Like, and also another thing too. Like, who else? Joey Janela. You rise him up. Sean Spears. And oh God, I'm gonna say this about Sean Spears. I hate what they done to him. But now, if he's gonna be a part of this new revamped version of the Four Horsemen, I'm all with it. If it's to save his career, I'm all with it. Another person who can be a star in the Sammy Guevara, him. Y'all, or better yet, then you got some people from Mexico who can lift up talent. We all know what Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix can do. And also, I'm gonna say this too, and D, correct me if I'm wrong. I also said this too. I would love for, you guys remember Neville or now the bastard Pac? I would love for him to be AEW World Heavyweight Champion. You're talking about somebody who can cut a promo and straight in the ring. Why not? That's my biggest problem with AEW right now. Push your younger talent. Nothing against Cody. Nothing against the Young Bucks. Nothing against Adam.
If you can, but think about this, Google. You gotta say the same thing for WWE. just can't say it for AEW. You got to say it for WWE too, because if you look at it, it's nothing but older people recycling that damn title.
That's the same thing too. That's the same thing too.
AEW and WWE are in the same fucking. They are in the same fucking situation. They're not letting their younger talent grow by putting the major titles on them. It's both wrestling companies.
Both wrestling companies, but here's the thing: if AEW wants to be different than the Machine. And number one, do not bring guys back from Cody. Don't bring people from the WWE that weren't not worth a damn. I mean, Rusev, hell of a talent. But look what y'all done to him. Y'all got him in a feud where he's the best man for Kip Sabian in his actual quote unquote wedding. That's a stupid freaking idea. It's like the same crap that he was. It's like he never left WWE at all. To me, and that's why I'm a little.
And Damien, what's wrong? What's wrong with Kayla Braxton coming out as bisexual? What's wrong with that?
There was nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Mal, I know people don't like Jim Cornette, but he has a. But he got a point. Kiss should be repackaged and a valet like go. That too. If it settled his career, then yes, you shouldn't force a title on someone because of their age. If the story and the talent is there, then go ahead.
Nah, I disagree. I disagree. See, this is my problem with wrestling in general. Not just WWE, not just AEW, but in general. If you're going to go and bring younger talent into your company and you feel as though they have that standard to be the Intercontinental Champion or the World Champion, why not push them there? Why keep
you have to have the it factor?
You got to have the it factor. And I feel like some of these wrestlers that's in both companies have that it factor, but these companies are letting them stay stagnant at where they're at. What's the point of NXT what's the point of being an NXT and never being an NXT champion? Where are you going? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of being in a company and never win a championship at all? What's the point of it?
Why is Charlotte Flair going for the World Women? Oh my God! I don't want to talk about.
And I'm gonna tell you, no. I know I'm a Charlotte fan, but I'm gonna tell you why. We just talked about it for the men. It's the same thing for the fucking women. Like Charlotte, yes, she's the queen. She's one of the greatest to ever do it. But at the same time, but she won the great. She's one of the greatest to ever do it. But at the same time, they're not pushing the women to win championships. You see the same people winning championships, and I bet you, I wouldn't be surprised if Becky Lynch comes back. She's going to win the title. What's going to happen to Rhea Ripley? What's going to happen to all these girls that you got from NXT? They're going to be stagnant because they wait for Becky Lynch to come back. Hello.
And I feel so bad for Asuka because I hate to say this word. I only say this word for the Miz, but now I have to say it for Asuka. Why is your Raw Women's Champion an afterthought?
You know
why? That reminds you now. God,
it's an afterthought. It's an afterthought because WWE make it an afterthought.
Jesus Christ! It just yeah. Look at it. Oh, Jeff, I love you. I freaking love you, Jeff. Yeah, TNA had the balls to put a woman, Tessa Blanchard, a woman, holding their world heavyweight title. And that was great. Too bad her attitude sucked. Got trapped in Mexico with her boyfriend, Daga. Now she's in AAA right now. She's stuck there. Because, the freaking pandemic. She can't stop that. Hell, she got married to the man, for God's sake. But anyway, look, TNA, dude, think about it. TNA did something WWE hasn't done and what AEW hasn't done yet. Name one company. Now, you can make the argument that China won the Intercontinental title.
But she never won a world title.
Even though they were talking about that at SummerSlam. They were talking about that. That SummerSlam 99, they were thinking about putting the world title on China. That would have been huge for WWE, but they pulled the plug because, Triple H, it was his time.
But John L, I can agree with you, dear. If she does get another title shot at WrestleMania, you got more women than her. But you gotta look at WWE. How can you blame Charlotte Flair if WWE is put her in them situations? You gotta look at the company as a whole and look at the creators as a whole. And you have to look at them and be like, listen, why Charlotte? If it's me, if I'm in that creative room, why Charlotte is getting another title shot? Why? Because she put on good matches and she can make a great match? Yes, that's good. You see what she did at WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley? That match was absolutely good for the NXT Women's title. That was a hell of a match.
Even though it was a hell of a match,
but still, it's still. That's the one thing about Charlotte. Even though the Raw person won, she pushed Rhea Ripley to her full potential. A lot of women in WWE right now can't really do that. But if I'm in the creative room and I'm like, oh, why is Charlotte Flair being there? And it comes up that she can push people to their potential, then I can understand it. But at the same time, if you have all this brand new talent coming in from NXT or this brand new talent coming in from AEW, you have to push that talent. There's no point of pushing talent to the main roster just to be an afterthought. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Because that's exactly what they're doing with the women's title. They make it Asuka look like an afterthought until Becky Lynch come back, and Asuka's probably going to lose it to Becky Lynch or some shit like that. You just never know with the WWE. But at the end of the day, you got all these women, you got these tournaments and all this stuff for these women's wrestlers, and they don't get no shot. Like, what the hell?
And that's wrestling. It's a business, and that's what it is. It's a crummy business. That's why I can't wait.
It's a shitty business.
That's why I can't wait.
And that's where you need to bring in fresh. That's why you need to put fresh faces on the title so you can have fresh fans come in. Like, oh, it's a fresh face. What is this about? You gotta make it. You got to make it marketable. Making old ass people champion or recycling the belt to the same people is not marketable at all. It doesn't make it anymore. It doesn't make it credible no more.
Also, let me say this. I know we're supposed to be talking Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley, but yeah, I'm sorry we had to rant like this. But that is my biggest problem with AEW. Just push your younger talent. Just do it. You've already done it with Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, but I want to see more. Like, you put Brian Cage, a freaking animal, an animal. Yeah, put that as a soundbite. Animal. And who is he managed by?
I'm gonna steal it once the show get uploaded.
He is manageable. God, that hurt my throat. He's being managed by not Edge. He's being managed by Taz. Taz! The human suplex machine. The man who didn't give a damn. He will choke you out. That's what he did for a living. He would choke you out. Because he was Taz, the human suplex machine. Beat him if you can. Survive if he lets you. Brian Cage is a freaking machine. A machine. God. Anyway. Okay. Now, let's read some of these. John L. Jackson said, and people are judging Caleb Brett because people are idiots. People will not accept, even though the world has accepted, but there's still those assholes who won't accept gays, lesbians, and whatnot. They won't accept it.
Right.
They're the same people that, no, you know what? It's my show. These are the same people that follow a freaking Orange that look like he got, nope. I said it already. Orange. You guys, these people follow Orange that don't believe in science. Let's believe in the hotshot theory. I'm sorry. There's a lot of hypocritical mother lovers in the world. And that's why I always tell you guys at the end of the show, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to do a good thing today. And this is why I think D can tell you after watching some of my live streams when I do Dragon Gate. D, am I a good booker when I do these Dragon Gate videos?
Yeah, you are.
Dude, have you not seen my champions? I've never had an old champion in the freaking thing. For God's sakes, my younger talent is holding it up. I'm averaging 93% of shows every time I'm up there. I be in the money. We're in the money. Okay? Anyway. Now, read my example, please. For Darian, pin my example for Cena. Oh, God.
I am going with...
Where the hell
I think I'm going with Omega in this match, though. I got a feeling I'm going to go with Omega. I love Moxley.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with Omega, too. Look, I think John should win the belt back. I don't think John is hurt now, but I'm going to say this right now. Can you imagine a one-winged angel on exploding barbed wire? Can you imagine a Death Rider DDT on the freaking barbed wire? Can you imagine a hook and ladder on the barbed wire? Can you just imagine the interference? For God's sakes, I want Onita to come to AEW. Yes, he's old as hell, but at the same time,
Maddie
that's
Jackson,
the man who...
If you think that they're pushing a young talent perfectly, I don't know what type of wrestling you're watching.
I don't think they are. Like
I'm not saying we're not saying force a title on them, but if you see how they board in Shawn Michaels, for example, right? He went through the ranks. At least put a title on someone. If they have to start off with the
please no. Maddie Jackson, hell no. Hell no.
I'm gonna finish my analogy real quick though. So say you have someone, you're not forcing the title on them. But if you see that it factor and you see that potential, have them work up the ranks, make them a tag team champion, then push them to be a U.S. champion. Then if they have a good run at the U.S. championship, then you put them at the Intercontinental Championship. That's how it was back in the day. You started off with the lowest belt and you worked your way up, just like Shawn Michaels did. Shawn Michaels had more titles to go through though, because at the time, I don't think it was a U.S. champion when he was there. It was the European champion at the time. It wasn't on U.S. champion.
He is still WWE's first Grand Slam. Who was number 2? Right. Triple H.
Right, but the thing about it is, he started off with the Rockers. He was tag team champions. I think he was tag team champion with them, if I'm not mistaken. And then he worked his way up
with the Rockers. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He worked his way up the ranks, and if you found that type of talent that have that it factor, work them up the ranks. That's all I'm saying. Don't have them sitting there being stagnant and look like a goddamn security guard on a post.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, hold on. Oh, God, Damien, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm afraid to read your freaking comment. Dude, it's bad enough you pissed off Hammer yesterday. Don't piss us off, please. We're already as enough as it is.
What?
Let me read this from Damien. And then, yes, they can. It's WWE and Vince's fault holding them back, like Dana Brooke, who deserves a freaking... Dana Brooke can't even cut a good promo.
But Dana Brooke never got a chance to... But Dana Brooke never got a chance to push her potential because y'all put her in these fucking dumbass characters. I agree with Damien.
Number one,
I agree with Damien.
But here's the thing. Also, here's another thing. Shoot, you took her from the main roster and put her in with Charlotte to be Charlotte's lackey. Then you turned her babyface. That didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Now you're making her a bumbling... You made her into a bumbling idiot. She thought the money in the bank.
It's the characters why she's not. It's the characters on why she's not getting a fucking title shot, and they don't give her enough time in the goddamn ring to show her talent. Put a good gimmick on Dana Brooke, and I promise you, she could be championship quality. The girl is athletic. The girl is strong. Her characters just stink.
I give you this one, Maddie Jackson. Yeah, Darby Allin, MJF. Yeah, party with Matt Hardy. Yeah, but there's a few also that's not getting. Pac should have been world champion for frick's sake.
Right.
Should have been world champion. And also, I'm going to say this too. The Hybrid 2 should be world tag team champions. Angelico and Jack Evans are freaking phenomenal, especially Angelico. But yeah, but I don't know. That's just the wrestling business. That's just how it is. And Mandy Rose is the same way too. Mandy Rose, God's greatest creation. Love the gimmick.
But they make her look more like a diva than a wrestler.
And the thing,
but they made her when she first came in, they made her look like a diva than a wrestler.
Yeah, fucking Europe. Yeah, true. But at the same time, even before the pandemic even happened, dude, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nobody's wrong. I'm not saying anybody's right. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even though sometimes everybody's opinion can be asinine, but you know, that's just us.
I feel like that was a shot at me. I feel like that was a shot at me.
No, it's not a shot at you. Well, not all of it, but Pac beat Kenny. Yeah, he beat Kenny Omega, and also that was a great thing. But then, what did they do after that? What did they do after that? What did they do after that? But I wouldn't even say Pac was an afterthought. It's just that I don't know. What did they do after that? What did they do after that? That's what I'm saying. And also, like I said, nothing against Omega, nothing against the Young Bucks, nothing against them. But let me say this: even Just Incredible, when Just Incredible is calling you out, you're not as invincible as the company that you think. You have 5 wrestlers in this company, 5 wrestlers who are executive producers: Cody Rhodes, Randy Rhodes, Matt and Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega, are all producing this show. And I don't know about y'all, but Tony Khan win Booker of the Year, that I know some people were happy with it. Me, I was like, it was like elevator music. It just went in and it went out the other. By the way, I didn't mean to piss anybody off last night. All I did was asking a damn question. That is all. But why did you bring up that rape allegation? Dude, that happened a long time ago. That's what I was saying. Don't get sentimental, Damien. Not now. man, I wish Cesaro would have. Cesaro! Cesaro was a prime example, but
definitely a prime example.
We are getting Lashley versus Drew. Yeah, we're getting Lashley versus Drew at Mania. And I believe Drew will take the belt back because now they want to see, let's see what happens when you do it with fans. Here's the problem with this. You should have never let him lose the belt to Randy Orton in the first place. That would have saved it. And hell, you probably could have had Miz cashing in the night at WrestleMania. He could have pulled a Seth Rollins. And maybe I wouldn't sit here today telling you all that Miz is an afterthought, but unfortunately I am. Because that's what he is.
Here we go.
I can't wait to see Raw. I want to see. Oh, but by the way, guess what, Miz? Congratulations, buddy. You had the belt for a week. And guess what? You know what's your punishment for being a good sport? How about you job to Bad Bunny? Rice.
The disrespect. Anyway,
and I look, nothing against Bad Bunny. I actually
Bad Bunny is trash.
I like what they've been doing with Bad Bunny, in my opinion. It's kind of hilarious at this point. Especially when R-Truth is trying his baby back. Good God. Miz cashed in to keep Drew strong and make Lashley look strong, and Miz hasn't looked good enough to be champion at all. Lord. Anyway, and also I'm gonna say this right now. The WWE Women's Tag Team titles, at first I love the concept, but the only way to salvage those belts and save those belts prestige is put them on NXT at this point. I'm happy for Bobby, but what was the point of giving the Miz the belt for a week? Just to get rid of that Money in the Bank storyline. Just to get rid of the Money in the Bank, period. I hate to say this, but also the Money in the Bank in the last couple of years have not been
well, just this year alone have not been good. This year alone proved that the Money in the Bank, they turned it into, well, I wouldn't say a joke. It was irrelevant. You put it on, and yes, I'm going to play hypocrite here. Me, David, and who else joined us? Jake or D? Was it Jake or Key? I don't know. We were all cheering. When Otis won. But then WWE wrote themselves into a corner and said, oh, shit. Otis is the Money in the Bank holder, and we don't have no fans. And he's like, people on Twitter is resenting him. What do we do? Oh, I know. Let's give him to the Miz. I smell genius.
Yeah, Otis is healed now for what we heard.
Which is so stupid. Oh, I hate it.
I agree with you. Irison Vlogs, I agree with you. They need to bring Money in the Bank back at WrestleMania. Yes.
Please. Cancel Money in the Bank pay-per-view and just call it, just replace that and call it Armageddon, for God's sakes. Or better yet, Judgment Day.
Right.
It was to keep Drew and Lashley strong. If Drew wins Mania, then you can hold this over me. But it worked perfectly. It kind of the internet was 50-50 on it. But yeah, also, before we get out of here, bedtime will come and 5 o'clock will come. Thank God the weekend. But let's say this.
How do you all feel?
Probably not, because I gotta do I got a lot of shit to do this weekend. Let's just say that.
Okay.
I probably might do a counter offer and probably do not AEW, Jesus, Dragon Gate, just for the hell of it, but on a Friday night. And plus I don't have to have no bedtime restriction on me. So that's a great thing. Also, let me say this. Question, what's your thought on the voodoo gimmick crap with Alexa? I love it. It makes
I don't know. Listen, like I said, I really don't watch WWE like that anymore. So I don't know about it.
I love it. She put a voodoo spell on Randy, and you know what it reminded me of? Papa Shango.
Oh hell,
bro! Randy Orton threw up black blood last week.
Yeah, I seen that.
That was amazing. I just can't wait to see what the Fiend looks like. I'm gonna say this right now. Do not have the Fiend come back like nothing happened, like he did not get burned alive. I want him to look like, you know what I want him to look like? Has anybody seen the first ever Child's Play? The first ever Child movie? Remember when they burned his little ass? That's what I want the Fiend to look like. All burnt. Don't make him blackface. We're not doing that racist crap. Have him like burnt. Have him like look like Freddy Krueger on Speed. Like a big clowny version of Freddy Krueger. Like have him burnt. Or better yet, here's another one. You can do the Two-Face thing with the Fiend. Like, you know, like how Two-Face's face looked from Batman. Like have half the face Bray Wyatt and the other half the Fiend. That ill. That would look ill as hell. Dude, like my crappy ideas is better than this. Adam Cole, NXT champion next week. I can see that happening. I can actually see Adam Cole beating Finn next week. If he does, wouldn't this make Adam Cole a 4-time NXT World Heavyweight Champion?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this right now.
He might be one of the greatest NXT champions of all time if that's the case.
Probably. Like at least up there. It's to the point. If it was up to me, I will have the following when people go back to NXT. I know D would hate this coming out from me. Number one, let's be honest. KO is one of them. Because KO loves NXT. He loves it. I mean, he loved it so much, he was in that War Games match, which was freaking amazing. He climbed the freaking cage and damn near killed himself. Again.
It's sad to say, but it's true. Because they're treating Kevin Owens on the main roster like shit.
I would love for Kevin Owens to go back to NXT. I would love for Sami Zayn to go back to NXT. I would love for Apollo Crews. And speaking of Apollo Crews, I love what they done with him on Friday.
Yeah, with the Hurt Business and stuff like that. I do too.
No. Not with the Hurt Business because he's on SmackDown. They gave him a gimmick where it's close to his roots. I didn't know he was Norwegian. I did not know that. I did not know that. He had like this green and white scarf. He had new ring gear. He had new music. He looked great. Gonna say this too. Why am I frozen?
Wait a minute. I don't know why you're frozen. You probably got to turn your camera off and turn it back on. Like stop cam and then cam back up.
Probably. Now my computer's acting out. Hold up. Computer's acting out. All right. Well, cool. So it says my connection, but yeah, I got the camera down. But I'll be right back.
All right. So as far as wrestling goes, knowing that I don't really know too much what's going on, but I'm gonna just read the comments for right now. I hope WWE does something with Damien Priest. I do too. That's one of the guys I really want to see get a push later on in the year. I think he should get a push later on in the year. Damien Priest is one of my favorites on the main roster. I feel like he could have had a better run in NXT, in my opinion, but I still feel like Damien Priest is a good wrestler and he deserves to have some type of title. Put the U.S. title on him or put an Intercontinental title on him since there's no European title like it used to be when I was there. So, I mean, you never know. Never know. But I'm going to play my sound bite for y'all, so I got it. Y'all hear that? That's going to be for Sunday for the Kenny Omega and John Moxley. Then I'm going to have this one. Oh, that's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing for Sunday show. Y'all not going to miss that, man. But I might only thing I might just stream as far as the All-Star game, probably the dunk contest, three-point contest in the skills challenge. I will not be streaming the actual All-Star game. I think it's worthless to stream a basketball game where it's going to be no competition at all. This is all just going to be fun and games that be boring, and it's just going to be nothing but highlight reels and not competitive nature. So once that is all done, then I'm gonna come on here and chill with Ghoulie and talk about AEW. And I'll probably come on for the Kenny Omega match, but I might be on for other matches. You never know. I don't know where Ghoulie went, but wait a fucking minute, Ghoulie. You are saying what about WWE is doing with KO and Sami is stupid, but you think is a good idea for Rhea to be on the main roster? Yes, he would do the. Yeah, I agree with Ghoulie because WWE is not doing nothing with Sami and KO right now. They're not doing nothing with Sami and KO right now. Not doing nothing with them. I feel like Sami needs a better gimmick. I feel like KO needs a championship, and I feel like they're not trying to give him one as long as Reigns the champion. Just my opinion. And Rhea Ripley deserves to be on the main roster because she had a great war with I don't know what just happened here. Let me fix this real quick, y'all. I don't know what just happened here. I'm gonna go back to Ghoulie's thing. So Ghoulie is coming back, I see. And I'm waiting for him to, okay, cool.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. My camera and everything wanted to freeze. Act like a jackass.
So Damien said,
I saw it and I read it. So I'm going to rebuttal with this. Number one, Mr. Damien Hernandez, or better yet, delusional Damien, dimension Damien, dumbass Damien. Okay, bruh. Rhea Ripley. What is there left for her to do in NXT? I'll wait.
And if you say challenge Io Shirai for the women's title, they did that already. So come on, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. What else could they possibly do with Rhea Ripley on NXT? I'll wait. Somebody play the Liberty song for me, please.
John L. Jackson, it took 17 years for Bobby Lashley to win a WWE championship. He was already a world champion. He was, which is understandable, but he already won championships in different WWE. It's so why? It doesn't give a fuck. He's already a world champion under his belt.
I agree. Hold on. I agree with you.
We don't want no Milk Dud as a fucking champion. We don't want no fucking Milk Dud as a fucking champion.
But think about this, though. Him and Rob Van Dam are the only two wrestlers to ever win main world titles at ECW, WWE, and TNA. That is hilarious as hell.
I don't care. We got a Milk Dud with a bunch of fucking bumps on him. Look like an old stale-ass Milk Dud as a fucking champion.
Do you not understand the main roster ruins careers, damn it? Do you not understand? If that be the case, is Seth Rollins' career's over or trash? No.
It ruins the women's division, though.
Brian, no. Dude, you sound so asinine right now. This is why Hammer gets on you a lot.
I mean,
this is why I get on you a lot.
I mean, in some sorts I agree and then I disagree because it depends on who the person is. But the main roster ruined Ricochet. It ruined fucking Ricochet.
Oh, God. No, you want to talk about Ricochet. What about Alistair Black?
It ruined that shit too. So it's like, it's given. It's like 50-50 when it comes to ruin the roster. You have some ones that come up and they automatically succeed. And then you have those ones that, like you said, be a fucking afterthought. And that's Alistair Black and Ricochet.
And speaking of Black, I think they might as well let him go because his wife is going to be in AEW.
Alistair Black to AEW would make more fucking sense because we don't see Alistair Black. We don't see him.
We don't see him because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. I don't know who you blame. Do you blame Bruce Pritchard? Do you blame Kevin Dunn? Do you blame Vince McMahon? Or do you blame all three?
You blame everybody that's in that creative room. How you not have something for a talent like Alistair Black? But you
if this was up to me,
you got talent for fucking Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods in the fucking New Day every fucking week.
And also, I'm going to say this right now too. Mustafa Ali, I'm not going to say his career is dead, but this whole Retribution angle is dead in the water to me.
Retribution tried to be the next Nexus, and that didn't fucking happen. It was a fail.
Like Bruce Pritchard didn't know what to do with it, and it seems like whoever's doing Raw really doesn't know what to do with it.
They don't know. But this is how I feel. Raw is just. Man, I'd rather watch fucking reruns of Married with Children before I watch fucking Raw.
Love and the marriage, love and the marriage. Okay, anyway. If it was up to me, I don't know if you guys watch Fun Parts Unknown. But there is a guy named Adam. He gives it his own creative thought and creative fantasy booking. Personally, I wish WWE would hire him as one of their main writers. For God's sakes, he fixed the Fiend, Roman Reigns, he fixed the Hacker storyline. He fixed a lot of things. D, probably your favorite video from him is this. What would happen if Vince not died, but if Vince retired? That storyline he made. Dude, that storyline was amazing. He also fixed the Greater Power storyline. And I'm going to say this about the Greater Power should have not been Vince McMahon. It shouldn't have. It should have been Jake the Snake. Or better yet, does anybody remember the storyline when Austin got ran over?
Yeah, I remember that storyline.
Bro, Rikishi being the one to do it, but having Rikishi be the one to do it made no sense. It made no sense.
What was the point?
Why would Rikishi do it? And then they realized that was stupid, so they did Triple H. What if? Personally, I did like his video on he said having Kurt Angle do it, which made sense because Kurt Angle did make his debut on that Survivor Series pay-per-view. But for me, D, you would be shocked on this one. What about if instead of Kurt Angle being the one to run over Austin, what if it was Chris Jericho?
I think the storyline would have been better because having Rikishi do it, that was dumb.
Nobody would see it coming. Nobody would see it coming. Think about it. Jericho had the WWF title that week before Backlash, but he had to give up the title because Earl Hebner. And every time when he's so close to being champion, some bullshit happens. So why couldn't it not been Jericho? Why couldn't it been Benoit? Benoit wouldn't make any sense because he only debuted in 2000. Your best bet at that time was either Kurt Angle or Jericho, not Rikishi. Seth Rollins' career is in the toilet. Oh my God. Just like Bayley wears stupid. I like Bayley's talk show.
They got to get Seth Rollins out of the fucking heel mode.
They need to get him out for heel. I wouldn't say his career's in the toilet. Here, Damien, I don't think you understand what the hell a career is or the hell of accomplishment is. Seth Rollins, former Intercontinental Champion, the first ever man to hold the WWE United States Championship simultaneously. Multiple time tag team champion. I'm pretty sure the man's a Grand Slam. I think, wasn't he the first ever NXT champion too? So, okay, how is his career was ever in the toilet? Malcolm 4, you 0. I'll give you another one. You said Bayley. Okay, Bayley's career is in the shitter. Okay, so how's her career in the shitter? Okay, the first ever Grand Slam women's champion to hold the NXT world title, the Raw, the SmackDown, and the women's tag titles. So her career don't mean shit. I love when people say, oh, this person's not being booked right. Have you not looked at their accomplishments? If you don't see not a single championship on their resume, then you can make the conclusion that their career is in the shitter. But if you see like at least 2 or 3 champions on there, there's no such thing as your career is in the shitter. Kevin Owens, like I've said, I would love for him to be on NXT. Look what he has done. Former Universal Champion, multi-time Intercontinental, multi-United States Champion. Didn't he win the tag team titles? I don't think he's ever been a tag team champion. To my knowledge. That's the only thing he hasn't won. I don't think he has it. Now, if you want to talk about somebody's career that was in the shitter, almost in the shitter, Sami Zayn's career was almost in the shitter. NXT World Champion. And it took him over, 5 years to be Intercontinental Champion. 5.
That's crazy.
Seth had everything handed to him, and he didn't really fight for the... Oh, my God. Damien, stop.
Seth did not have everything handed to him. He started out in NXT, and then he came up as a group with the Shield. Like, what? He didn't have everything handed to him.
Spoken like a true white
Damien's giving me a headache. Damien's giving me a headache.
Spoken like a Sox fan. Tell your manager to stay off the booze, and then we'll talk. Until next time, guys, you guys do the right thing. Don't be like Damien and do the right Sox thing. But until then, we love each and every. We will see you again for AEW Revolution. I will probably see you again for ACW.
You had to throw in the theme music for the Spotlight Sports Network. The official theme music.
But I want to give a special shout out to all of you who've been commenting and chatting with us for the last 2 hours. So we love each and every one of you.
Make sure that you go to spotlightsportsnetwork.com and also click on the merch because we have 15% off on all merchandise. If you want your MalcGoolie t-shirts or your MalcGoolie clubs or MalcGoolie mugs, go ahead, drink out of a cup. It makes it feel important. Thank you.
We have stickers. We have pillows. We have mouse with the thing, I forgot what it's called. Pillows, hats, t-shirts. I forgot. I don't know. You blocked Damien for 5.
If you haven't noticed, Darion, every time when Damien says something asinine and stupid, I have to put him in timeout.
But yeah,
I think Damien has made history on this channel on being the first mod to ever be timeout.
So make sure y'all go over to spotlightsportsgear.com. We have all types of merchandise on there, all types of book bags and stickers and pins. Anything counts, man. 15% off for the next 4 days, and it's 15% off of everything.
Oh, God.
So make sure y'all go get y'all MalcGoolie gear.
Let's answer the last question because that's what I was going to talk about. Fuck no. Okay. Randy Orton's going to kill that kid. Fuck no. Randy. Oh, yeah. First off, fuck Bow Wow and fuck Soulja Boy. Mostly Soulja Boy. You going to say the wrestling business, the rap game is more faker than wrestling? Bruh. I love when outsiders say wrestling. Like, okay, I would love for Soulja Boy to get pump kicked in his head. It's bad enough you getting sued by Nintendo because you made a bootleg version of the classic NES system. Soulja Boy, just stay off the cocaine, crack, and weed, and then we'll talk. With Superman, that hoe looking ass. Damn, boy. With that being said, F Soulja Boy and Bow Wow, bro. You're getting trained by Rikishi. Don't be a freaking idiot and ruin it. So with that being said, love each and every one of you. We'll catch you all again on. Well, I'll catch you either tomorrow or Sunday. D will catch you soon.
Yeah,
and until then, love.
We'll be live again.
So love, peace, and soul. Love you guys. Take care.